Backwards compatibility, by itself, is an excellent thing. It means that you can pick up a new game console and still play your old games, but enjoy the new hardware until some more games come out. So many people have been wanting the Nintendo NX to have backwards compatibility when it comes out. But should that be the case? Let's find out. So let's explain Nintendo's native backwards compatibility and why no other game company's been doing it except for Nintendo. So Nintendo's able to do it because they've been using the same exact architecture for the consoles ever since the GameCube. The GameCube and Wii shared the same exact processor and graphics card, with the Wii's graphics card and processor being pretty much just overclocked versions of the GameCube's, and the Wii U's pretty much just being the Wii's graphics card and processor with more cores and more clock speed. So pretty much we've been having the same hardware, so it's easy to just scale down the hardware and play previous generation games. That's why the Wii U can play Wii games, and if you do a little bit of console modding, you can also natively play GameCube games. Unfortunately, this was PowerPC architecture, and the rest of the industry nowadays has moved on to x86. So should Nintendo keep backwards compatibility, or should they scrap it and maybe do a non-native solution later on? Well, I think that they should do the latter, and I think that they should scrap backwards compatibility and do a non-native solution later on. And here's why. So if the NX is going to have native Wii U backwards compatibility, that would mean that the NX would have to have another processor with the same exact architecture as the Wii U, Wii, GameCube, and just make it stronger. And that's not what Nintendo should be doing right now. Part of their problem with getting third-party developers is the fact that they can't just easily port their games over to the Wii U. They have to completely reprogram it and take advantage of the Wii U's kind of wonky hardware. If Nintendo wants to snag third-party support, they need to make a system with x86 architecture in their processor and graphics card, and if they do that, the system can't have native Wii U backwards compatibility. So it's a gamble. Should we repeat the Wii U over again and have a system that doesn't sell well, doesn't get third-party support, and hardly gets any Nintendo games because people aren't buying it enough? Or should we get a system that moves on from the previous norm that we've been holding since 2001 and allows developers to more easily jump onto the system and make games for it? I think the answer here is obvious. Yes, it's not a popular opinion to not want backwards compatibility, and I know this video is going to get disliked to hell by Nintendo fanboys, but the next Nintendo system really needs to scrap backwards compatibility and just move forward with a new architecture that makes developers happier. Because at the end of the day, third-party developers hold up a system, and that's why the Wii U failed.